Think you're emotionally smart? Most people do until life proves otherwise. Your EQ level affects your relationships, career, and confidence, and you probably have no idea where you really stand. In this video, we're getting straight to the point. I'm going to help you figure out your actual emotional intelligence level so you can stop guessing and start growing. Because once you know your EQ, you can fix the things holding you back, and everything starts to change. So what exactly is your emotional intelligence level? Think of it like this. Your IQ shows how book smart you are, but your EQ level shows how people smart you are. It's basically how well you handle your own emotions and connect with other people's emotions. Your emotional intelligence score isn't about being nice all the time or never getting upset. That's actually fake emotional intelligence. Real emotional intelligence means you can feel your feelings without letting them control you. You can read the room. You know when someone's having a bad day, even if they don't say it, and you can navigate conflict without making everything worse. Most people think they have a high emotional intelligence level, but here's the thing. The people with the lowest EQ are usually the ones who think theirs is the highest. It's like that friend who says, "I'm brutally honest," but they're really just brutal. Let me break down what different EQ levels actually look like in real life, because this is where it gets interesting. High emotional intelligence level signs. When you mess up, you can admit it without falling apart. You don't get defensive every time someone gives you feedback. You can disagree with someone without making it personal. And here's a big one. People actually come to you when they're going through stuff because you make them feel heard, not judged. You notice when your emotions are getting heated before you explode. Like, you feel that anger rising and you can pause instead of just reacting. That's emotional self-control in action. Low EQ level warning signs. You're always the victim in your stories. Every conflict is someone else's fault. You think everyone else is too sensitive when they react to your words. You hold grudges forever and bring up past stuff during current arguments. Or maybe you're on the other extreme. You avoid all conflict, you can't set boundaries, and you take on everyone else's emotions like they're yours. That's not high emotional intelligence either. That's just people pleasing with extra steps. Middle ground EQ. Most of us are somewhere in between. Maybe you're great at reading other people, but terrible at managing your own stress. Or you're super self-aware, but you have no clue how you come across to others. The key is being honest about your emotional skill level. Where are you actually strong, and where do you need work? So how do you actually measure your emotional intelligence level? There are a few ways to get real answers. Professional EQ assessments. The most accurate way is through psychology-backed tests like the EQI 2.0 or the Mayer-Salovey test. These aren't your typical online quizzes. They're scientifically designed to measure different parts of your emotional intelligence score. Quality emotional intelligence quizzes online. Look for ones that ask about specific situations, not just, "Are you empathetic?" Those tell you nothing. Good EQ tests will give you scenarios like, your coworker takes credit for your idea in a meeting. What do you do? And measure how you'd actually handle it. Self-evaluation method. Ask yourself, how do people respond to me when they're stressed? Do friends come to me with problems, or do they seem to walk on eggshells? Do I bounce back from setbacks quickly or spiral for weeks? Do I notice my emotional patterns, or am I always surprised by my reactions? Get feedback from people you trust. This is huge. Ask someone who knows you well. How do I handle conflict? How do I come across when I'm stressed? Their answers might surprise you, and that's exactly what you need to hear. Your emotional awareness grows when you stop assuming you know how you come across and start getting real data. Here's why knowing your emotional intelligence level actually matters for your life. Better relationships. When you understand your EQ level, you can show up differently. You stop making everything about you. You learn to validate feelings even when you disagree with actions. People feel safe around you. Leadership and career growth. Emotional intelligence is what separates good leaders from terrible ones. You can influence without manipulating. You can handle pressure without losing it. You can give feedback that actually helps instead of just crushing people. Less anxiety and stress. When you have emotional mastery, you're not at the mercy of every feeling that hits you. You can feel stressed without being stressed. You can be disappointed without being devastated. Better decision-making. High emotional intelligence level means you can separate your emotions from your logic when you need to. You're not making major life decisions when you're angry or desperate. Think about it. Every single thing you want in life involves other people or managing your own emotions. Your EQ level directly impacts how successful you'll be at both. So what's your next step? If you want to dive deeper into this stuff, check out my video on what does emotional regulation look like. I break down exactly how to manage your emotions in real-life situations. Or if you're still figuring out what emotional intelligence even means, start with understanding emotional intelligence, a simple, clear definition. And here's what I want to know. What do you think your emotional intelligence level is? High, low, or something in between? Drop a comment and tell me what area you think you need the most work on. I read every single one, and your honesty might help someone else realize they're not alone in this journey.